Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Buenos dias, damas y caballeros. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Civil Aviation Organization's 40th Assembly SkyTalks. My name is Sung-Hoon Kim, and I'd like to remind you that we're coming live, so please make sure to put your phones on vibrate mode. We have, over the next 2 weeks, 68 presentations for you. For those who have missed some past presentation, I would welcome you to go onto YouTube and check out the ICAO channel. Now, after this presentation, for those who have any questions, I would ask you to please come forward to the mic. Now, continuing with our theme of safety and security, we have a presenter who will, Nevin Murad, Associate Analyst Officer, who will tell you about the Integrated Safety Trend Analysis and Reporting System, iStars. Please welcome Nevin Murad.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Good morning, everyone, and I would like to welcome you to my Sky Talk. I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the people that are watching us today online. Today, I will talk to you about the Integrated Safety Trend Analysis and Reporting System, or as we call it, iStars. I will provide an overview of that amazing system. The presentation objective is to provide an overview of iStars and its different applications. By the end of this Sky Talk, you should have a good understanding of how iStars is working, and hopefully you will want to register and start exploring the different apps of iStars. In this presentation, we will cover 4 topics. What is iStars? Who can use iStars? How iStars is working? We will look at the different apps, but we will not go into all of them. I will just present to you in details 5 of them. So what is iStars? iStars is a single-access web-based system on the ICAO Secure Portal. What does this mean? This means that you log in once and you have access to all the apps in the catalog of iStars. Currently, iStars have 5,000 users all around the world. We have 33 web applications grouped in 13 different categories covering multiple domains. So for example, a category about airports will have apps like weather stats, air transport accessibility, and others. One app can relate to more than one category if it meets the requirements of that category. iStars is a quick and convenient interface to a collection of safety and efficiency massive datasets represented through interactive, easily understood, and user-friendly charts and maps. Later, within this presentation, you will see how these massive datasets are turned into nice visualizations. So what is the idea of iStars? The idea is to help data-driven prioritization and decision-making regarding safety, efficiency, and risk analysis. Who can use iStars? States can use iStars. Civil aviation authorities can use iStars. Service providers like airlines, like air navigation service providers, safety managers. iStars is also used by the general public. How to access iStars? Accessing iStars is really easy. You just go on portal.icao.int and you have an account. You just press the login button, you enter your credentials, and you start exploring the different apps of the catalog of iStars. If you don't have an account, you press the request an account button and you follow the procedure. The interesting thing here is that iStars is free of charge, which is rare nowadays. So, from where comes the data in iStars? The iStars is receiving data from the European Commission, ICAO, Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program, IATA, FAA, and from private companies like Jeppesen, Flight Global, OAG, Aviation Safety Network, the Aviation Herald. We often receive questions like, how often you update that data? I will give you an example. We have data that receive about the fleet of airlines, what type of aircraft they have, and how many they have. So do we need to have that data updated hourly? Obviously not. Do we need to have that data updated weekly? Probably not. Monthly? Maybe. However, we have data that we receive about NOTAMs. I'm sure all of you know what is NOTAMs. These are notices that are issued to airmen to warn them about potential risks and hazards. Do we need to have that data hourly? Yes. We don't need to have that data monthly due to the fact if there is a runway that is closed on Montreal Airport or there is a crane next to London Heathrow Airport, we don't need to have this information in a month. We need to have that data right now. So when we receive all that data from the different sources, we receive from ICAO, we receive from Flight Global, we receive from the European Commission, we receive from Jeppesen. We use scripts written in Shell and JavaScript to import that data into Amazon Web Services cloud-based infrastructure. We store that data into MongoDB running on Linux operation system and on S3. We don't end here. We process the data, we calculate the data, we do different statistics, we do different indicators by using JavaScript, Python, and Hadoop. As we all know, Hadoop is reducing the processing time for the data. So when our user goes on to the iStars webpage and requests to see a specific app, comes here to help the Node.js environment, which access the data from the database, starts to search the specific data that is requested by the user and transfers this data through the Amazon API gateway to the user. The user is able to see very nice graphs, very nice charts, very nice maps due to the fact that we use JavaScript, HTML, bootstraps to have a very nice web page. We have another service that is called API Data Service. I would like to mention that this is not in iStars. This is a separate service, but is using the databases of iStars. So the principle here is the same. When the user logs in onto the web page and requests an access to a specific data set, again, the Node.js environment comes to help by accessing the data into the database, searches the specific data that is requested, and returns this through the Amazon API gateway to the user. So here we have our API data service that I mentioned to you. We have 59 API data sets that are grouped into different categories. What is interesting here that a user can download all these data sets into CSV file or JSON file. However, you will have rows and rows of numbers and different variables. Basically, you will have raw data. You have to do all the manipulation, like performing calculation, statistics, visualizations, all by yourself. In iStars, we do that for you. So now we will look at iStars apps, and we will see that they are very friendly, having very friendly graphical interface, which turns data into information. So for example, we use data to turn into information to represent color-coded maps. On the right side of me, we see bar charts. iStars apps are also showing dashboards. We use the data to turn into information and visualize it as a dashboard. We have also bar charts, vertical bar charts, horizontal bar charts, and also we use the data to turn it into information as a heat map. So here is the catalog of iStars. We have many applications. There are 33, as I mentioned to you. I will not go through all of them, but I invite you to register at the end of this SkyTalk and start to explore all of them. When you enter the webpage of ICAO, iStars webpage, you will see that we have always a notice about the latest applications, what we have developed, what we have updated. We always encourage our users to give us feedback on what we can improve or what we can create. We will now take a deep look at some apps. We will look at the risk-based surveillance app. We will look at the SSP Foundation. We will look at the SSP gap analysis. We will look at the regional safety briefing app, and we will look at the state safety briefing app. We will start with the risk-based surveillance app. The idea of this app is to generate data-driven inspection schedules for operations. Based on what you put into the system, the app is calculating safety performance level, operational complexity level, surveillance intensity level, risk-based inspection schedule. As you can see, this app is not for everyone. This is very specific, and it's for safety managers. State safety programs, as we all know, are very important for states. iStars apps feature indicators that allow states to track the progress made towards achieving SSP implementation. SSP Foundation app is really important for states. This app addresses the need to identify the real gap to build solid safety oversight foundation for the state safety program implementation. SSP Foundation tool complements the SSP gap analysis, displays the status of a subset of 299 protocol questions out of the 1,047 protocol questions used to calculate the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program effective implementation. It is very important to underline here that these 299 protocol questions are considered as the foundation for the state safety program, and hence the name of that app. Status is shown as either validated by the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program or considered as completed through the corrective action plans on the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program Continuous Monitoring Approach online framework. How we calculate the SSP Foundation indicator? It's a really basic mathematical formula. We take the validated questions by the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program plus the completed protocol questions. We divide this by the all applicable protocol questions, and we multiply this by 100 to turn the number into percentage. So here is an example of Trinidad and Tobago, how it looks in the SSP Foundation app. So we have overall SSP Foundation indicator. At the time of the snapshot, Trinidad and Tobago was having 81% of SSP Foundation indicator. So overall is combining the validated question by the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program plus the CAP completed. So you can also look at the SSP Foundation by subject area. The areas are 17, and each state can assess where they stand in each of these areas. SSP Foundation, you can look into this app, into all the questions, 299 questions with their status. Is it validated? Is it unsatisfactory, not applicable, CAP completed? And you can also have the possibility to sort these questions by their status. Another app that is very important for state is the SSP gap analysis. It allows states to create, view, update, and share a state safety program project with their team. This app should be used in combination with the SSP Foundation app. This app has been updated in May 2019 and reflects the Annex 19 Amendment 1 that took effect in July 2016, and the 4th edition of the State Safety Management Manual. In the SSP gap analysis, we have categories on the top, and each category is having multiple questions with their status. So if you have a question that is in progress, you can click on the plus sign, which is on the left of me, and you will have the possibility to enter comments and remarks in the gray area, and also you will be able to enter in the purple area your action plan, what you intend to do, by when you intend to do this plan. You can also see by who was last updated, at what time. SSP gap analysis combines the SSP Foundation results and the SSP gap analysis together, separated into different categories. I will not talk about the state and regional safety briefing apps. These are also very important apps for the states, and they give a snapshot of the state of aviation safety and air transport using indicators. They facilitate the communication among policymakers as well as stakeholders in the aviation industry and guide choices during decision making. They are used by civil aviation authorities, government ministries, airlines, investors, and research students, and many more others. So here is a performance dashboard of a state safety briefing app. So what we see here, we see the value of a variable of a specific state. We have the target that is set by ICAO, and we have also a column that is showing is that target achieved or not. So really, this app provides a comprehensive overview of the state of aviation safety and air transport using indicators. The State Safety Briefing app also integrates the SSP Foundation and also shows the state level of completing the SSP gap analysis. Another app that is very important for states is the Regional Safety Briefing. Here we have, again, they are similar with the State Safety Briefing app. Here we have, again, performance dashboard. However, the numbers are averages for the region, and also is performing interstate comparison. So here we are coming to the last slides of our presentation. I will talk about the Global Aviation Safety Plan 2020-2022 and how iStars app feature indicators that allow states to track their progress made towards achieving those objectives. So here we have one goal: implement effective state safety program. The target is by 2022, all states to implement the foundation of an SSP. The indicators that we have defined to measure that target are number of states having implemented the foundation of an SSP, percentage of each subject area implemented globally, percentage of required corrective action plans related to the State Safety Program Foundation protocol questions submitted by states. So the corresponding iStars apps that will help you measure these indicators are SSP Foundation and SSP Gap Analysis. Another goal that is similar to the one that I already covered, I will not go into details into this one, but again here we can see that the corresponding iStars app are SSP Foundation and SSP Gap Analysis. An interesting goal here is increased collaboration at the regional level. Target by 2022 all states with effective safety oversight capabilities and an effective state safety program to actively lead regional aviation safety groups' safety risk management activities. The indicators that we have established are number of states with effective safety oversight capabilities and an effective state safety program leading regional aviation safety groups' safety risk management activities. And the other indicator is number of regional aviation safety groups that have a regional aviation safety plan. So here, again, you see the corresponding iStars apps. You can use SSP Foundation and SSP Gap Analysis, but do you really want to go and search for each state at the regional level one by one? Here comes very handy the Regional State Safety Briefing app, as it gives an output at a regional level. So, by the end of this presentation, I really hope that I increase exponentially your interest in iStars and you want to run to register for iStars. But before doing that, I will ask you just to pay attention on how to access iStars. You can go to the portal.icao.int and you can press on the button Request an Account, or you can contact us at istars@icao.in and space@icao.in for the API data service. Thank you, and you can run now to request an account.
Should anybody have questions, please come forward to the mic. All right. Thank you, Nevin Murad.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.